Hello, everybody. This is the first mission in the campaign for the Ka-50 Blackshark, produced by the Vergeev Group. The campaign, that is, the simulation being produced by Eagle Dynamics. And I wanted to basically try to fly a mission and do a little narration. I saw someone else do something similar for one of the Arma series games, and thought it would be cool to do that for this campaign because it's kind of like a hidden gem.
223 Naval.
Naval, 223 on air.
Glad to welcome you, 223. Greetings on your arrival. We will serve together. The task is simple. We're on the same channel and I will make you a short tour. You keep strictly to the route and I'll get you around local sites and specifics. I'll start talking after you report control points. And the most important is not to cross the border. How do you copy, 223?
Naval, 223 copies you perfectly. I report the control and get the info. Border must not be crossed.
Correct, 223. The base is situated in special operational area and is, as a rule, closed for civil aircrafts. But sometimes it's open like today. Due to traffic density we can't wait, so operational groups take off from parking lots. But turn on full attention near airport. Do you roger, 223?
Understood. Extreme attention.
223, take off when ready from the parking place. Walking on flight level 150 with airspeed 150. Keep sharply to the route. Discharge.
Naval, 233, engaging.
Okay, sorry, got interrupted there. I was just about to mention that there are voiceovers and that I'll try not to stomp on the voiceovers with my own. It's indication right off the bat that this is a quality production, and they obviously hired professional actors to do the voiceovers. It's really well done. That was Naval, call sign Naval, and she is basically your controller. I'm going to talk while I start this up. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything too important. She's your controller, and basically with the former Soviet Union, I don't know if they still do have this philosophy in Russia, in the Russian Air Force, but basically the pilot doesn't have as much individual freedom in a flight that a Western or a U.S., for example, Air Force pilot might have. They really are tied to these controllers, and the controllers have all the power, and basically it's almost like the pilots are drones almost being flown by the controllers. But I've read that from a few different legitimate sources. I can't say for sure if it's true, but that's what I've read. And so you'll hear a lot from Naval, and like I said, the voiceovers are very well done, and you really start to care about these characters. And as you'll see, I think throughout, if I end up doing a few more of these missions to introduce people to the campaign, let me concentrate here for a second and make sure that I've got everything going. My engine's up, stop the APU. And did I finish all of this? Let's see. No. Just bear with me here while I finish my startup procedure.
Airborne.
Took my stick in the takeoff position.
Watch the ground.
Put my radar altimeter warning and check the regular altimeter. And we're good to go here. So our mission, this first mission, all we have to do is fly this series of this flight plan, series of waypoints. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit on it because you have to hit them pretty accurately. And basically, it's a familiarization flight. So Naval's going to chime in every once in a while, and as we report that we've met these waypoints, and tell us about the territory around them and some other things about the geography and political activity even around the airbase, Sochiadler. So it's just basically a flight going around the airbase and coming back and being introduced to the campaign. So I think it's also an indicator of the quality of what's we're in store for it with the rest of the missions of the campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and take off here and get started. And I think she said we need to be at 150 meters altitude and 150 kph approximately. We'll try to stick to that, but while I'm talking and everything, you know, I might fall short a little bit, but I will do my best. All right. Really been immersed in this world for a long time, and I've come to find the whole place very beautiful and hope to visit it someday. Thanks so much for 150 and 150.
223 Naval. 223, you should be now passing first control. You are above Adler town. Not a bad place for those with spare time and cash. But we've got none of this. It's a sea out there. Execute the turn according to plan.
223, close to west control.
Sorry about that shakiness. That's my twist on my throttle. I've got that, or on my stick, to basically zoom in like this, zoom out, zoom in. The accents are pretty heavy. At first I had real trouble understanding what they were saying at all, but as the campaign develops, they get even thicker, and you don't get the subtitles anymore either. It's another little detail, a little challenge, like you're in a joint operation and you're in another country, and communication can be an issue. Trimmed out around 150 here. Close enough.
Is RTB at 2000.
Naval, report your position.
223, roger that. Control 2 here.
223, you're now above the interior and the bridge. The bridge was attempted to blow up a couple of times.
Thought I might be able to get a glimpse of that bridge, but I was too late. But there's more bridges, as you'll see. Lots of bridges. Deep, there's one.
6 is RTB at 4,000.
233 to Naval. Control 3 report.
Naval confirmed 233. You should see now railway bridge of Vergeev Bay.
Like I said, at first it's don't know. It's kind of difficult to understand what they're saying, but there's some things I still don't understand what was said, which is actually the next waypoint, our current steer point. I don't know what she says. If anyone knows, post a comment. I'd love to hear. I've tried to figure it out.
Control 4 is set in Vergeev Bay village. Nice orchards around.
Nice ushers around? I still don't... Nice ushers around? Nice oceans? I don't know. Not essential to the mission. As I was saying before, it really is a beautiful area. I should probably mention we're coming up on the Georgian border, that red line. And you don't want to cross that because invariably, well, you might as well just eject if you cross that because you're going to get shot down pretty much immediately.
Naval, 233 on Control 5.
Naval copies that, 233. You should see a road bridge on Southwest Russia territory. Superior bridges here. Unlucky to have border by the side.
233 Rogers that. Southwest Russia bridge. Planning progress.
Right, so I try to take this turn pretty wide because you do not want to cross the border. And when the weather conditions get nasty, it can be a real challenge to stay on the right side of that border. Not to mention things are shooting at you and there's zero visibility and people are screaming for help and yeah, it can get pretty intense. We have respect for the real pilots out there who have to work under those conditions and put rounds on a target accurately, danger close to friendlies, and I just can't say enough about those men.
223 has got 6 control.
Naval reading Z223. Control 6. Extreme attention here. Boundary crossing. The border. Sometimes it's hot here. The place is often referred to as Mandarin Path.
Naval, 233. I'm on my guard. The border now.
Correct, 233. Go on with the plan. Over.
I've tried to do some research on the Mandarin Path in this area, and I haven't been able to find anything. So if anyone knows what that, what that is, or what it was, or it has historical significance, I post a comment because I'd love to know what that is.
Naval, 233. Control 7.
233 Naval. Control 7 is located in the Veselaya village. It's kind of Mandarin King's capital.
So yeah, pretty basic mission, but it's supposed to be. It's a familiarization flight. You're getting familiar with the area and the people you're going to be working with, and it's a nice little tour before things get a little more formal and perhaps more intense. You're not thrown right into the gauntlet, so to speak, but it's certainly exciting, whether there's bullets flying or not. Just speaks to the quality of the campaign and the story. I'm not quite sure let's wait until this checkpoint here. I'll get stomped on myself.
233, Control 8.
Naval reads you, 233. Others are often detained here. Continue with the plan. Over.
Actually, wait until this next one as well.
3, this is RTB at 2000.
On control line.
233 Naval, Chereshnya Village. Also a nice place to oversee our base.
Okay, so like what was I saying? Well, maybe that would come back to me. So, you learn pretty much a new skill with every mission. This is basic flying a flight plan. And then the next mission, you're pretty much honing, practicing, learning for the first time how to fly formation. And the next mission, the second one, is really can be frustrating for especially new pilots, beginners, because the AI lead pilot can really, he tries to kill you basically, running you into mountains and everything. But I tell you what, if you do it and do it and do it and until you succeed, you'll know how to fly the helicopter afterwards, at least to a degree. So I think every mission sort of builds on the skills that were taught in the previous mission, which is a great design method.
Naval copies that 233. Nizhnya Shilovka village. Police patrol was lost here in springtime during cleanup operation. A pair of soldiers from our base were killed here too. The battle was fought all night without our support, though.
Oh, I remember. So this campaign is 20 missions, and it was originally designed to have 100 missions, or was it 101? Something, either 100 or 101. 101 days in the life of a new Russian pilot, or something like that. But they decided to stop after 20. It was an enormous effort, and they knew that there were some serious changes coming up in the mission editor at the time, and they didn't want to obviously waste any time creating stuff that wasn't going to work. But then, they never picked it back up. This was a few years ago. This is more than a few years ago. And I know they're still around. I see him in the forums. One of the guys, Leone, I think is his name. And, I don't know if it's just the vast amount of effort, or he doesn't have the resources, or if he's plans to finish the campaign or not. But I sure hope so, because it's really the gold standard, I think, for the way that content should be created for this world that we've been so fortunate to play around in. I've done these recordings, so many takes on these recordings, I can't remember what I mentioned and what I haven't, but this area basically is the Winter Olympics this year are actually right down this road, right there. Just take that road, follow it, east, northeast, and you'll end up in a town that I'm not going to try to pronounce right this second. And it's where the Winter Olympics this year are going to be. And it's really a beautiful place. I've looked at some videos online. They really hyped everything up around the area. Not that it was bad before, but they really some neat things that were built for showcasing the Olympics.
Naval 233, Control 11.
Krasnopolyana, that's what I meant.
You should see a small village, almost a homestead Turok on Control 11. A road to Krasnaya Polyana behind it. You will often be operating along this road. 19 landmines were activated here last year. A deadly place. A rare escort breaks through without us. Continue with the plan. Over.
Krasnaya Polyana, that's where some of the events of the Winter Olympics are going to be. So I'm sure that road's not as dangerous as it used to be. I'm not sure exactly what time period, probably 90s. This, or maybe early in this century. Actually, that'd be a good question to ask the guys, the producers. But at any rate, I can't make it out there for the Olympics, unfortunately. But I am definitely, my next vacation is here. I think it'd be really cool to hang out and visit these places that I've spent so much time in here in this virtual world. It'd be cool if you could rent a Ka-50, but I don't think that's in the cards. Maybe I could rent a helicopter ride. Although I don't know if I trust the pilot to go through some of that stuff that we're going to be going through throughout this campaign, especially in bad weather. God knows how many times I've died back in those mountains right there. Oh yeah, lots of stuff going on back there. They're talking, and was doing 200 kph and 200 meters.
Naval, report your position.
Naval 233 on Control 12.
Naval, roger that 223. You are on the return course. Passing now Nizhny Vysokaya settlement. It's within other city precincts adjoining the airbase.
233 copies you, Naval. Plan execution. Control 1-3.
Naval, understood 223. You are above Moldovsky Bridge now. This is a good landmark for left circle. The bridge is exactly between second and third turns.
The last waypoint, it's my steer point right now. Even this airport has been completely overhauled, I think. Perhaps even another runway. I think I read that. Maybe that was a different airport, but this is going to be the main thoroughfare, I think, for the Winter Olympics down the road. So I think our actual base, where Naval is talking from, is over there. Right past the bridge, that bridge, right back in there, where that smoke's coming from, I think. for that white building. The bigger white building.
Naval 233, reporting control 1-4.
Naval understood you, 223. You are in other again. A little further, over control 2. Behind the bridge you can find our camp. You saw it from the bottom. Now enjoy the birds view on it. Not a bad place. Almost a health resort. The tour is over. Seems like we're gonna go along okay together. Landing upon request of flight dispatcher. Be careful, it's busy here today.
233, roger that, Naval. Ready for landing. Requesting FD.
You owe me a drink, newbie.
Appetizers on the table. See you tonight.
Tomorrow, 223, tomorrow. You have flight with Daddy tomorrow. And he is a tough guy, yet just.
Yeah, what's going on here? Trying to
Who is
turn
Vergeev?
Vergeev. Vergeev Ivan Alexandrovich.
Okay,
Captain. Sniper pilot. About 5,000 hours flying time. Perished. Died in action is a hero near Poti during 3/8 operation. They brought him down during special task mission. He was flying Mi-24 Hind. The locals took him from the wreckage still alive and lynched him. You know, they don't make us feel welcome up there.
Naval 233, I copy that. Thanks. Requesting FD. Landing approach. Over.
Okay, so that's it for Naval, and I'm just gonna land here. Pretty much. Oh, there's a PDF that comes with the campaign as well. It talks about some SOPs, like the whole philosophy of you land exactly where you took off. So things like that you want to pay attention to. And when you're flying formation, there's certain SOPs you need to follow that are all explained in the included PDF. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and land and hopefully gather some interest for the campaign. See you next time.